So it's December 29, 2018, almost 8 p.m. and this is episode 2 of the series where I, Monish, started a journey towards financial progress. So last year, Christmas 2017, I made a commitment to myself that in the next 10 years I will accumulate wealth, and I gave myself a target of earning 1 CR Indian rupees in the next 10 years. And I decided that every year around Christmas and New Year I will make this video to track my progress towards that goal of earning 1 CR, 1 crore Indian rupees. So the goal is financial independence, of course, and I'm hoping that having accumulated that wealth, I will need not work for money, and I can do my own thing. So keeping that in mind, this is episode 2 and I'm just going to track my progress, see where I started from and where I have come to, and if there is anything that I need to work upon, any course correction, or just see what the progress is. And I watched my video from last year and I like the idea that in that video I had said, if nothing else, I may look back on this video and these videos with nothing but pleasure. It'll be good fun to watch these videos after 10 years, in the next few years and sometime later. So I was worried about my financial situation. I had been living from paycheck to paycheck for almost all my life, and last year I just decided that it won't do and brought about some changes in my lifestyle. And it also helped that finally I had a job where I have the job where I'm able to save just a little, save enough that I am, taking care of my expenditures. And after having taken care of my expenditures, there is a little left that I can think about saving and making some investments. So so what happened was that I actually went online, searched the internet. So I've always been very keen on learning many things. I tend to, look for ideas, dig for knowledge so that I can constantly improve. And with this job where I was saving a little money, I had the opportunity to think about my financial situation and decided to make some progress. And after a lot of research and a lot of inspiration and motivation and whatnot, I focused on 2 things. So one was this financial advisor slash guru slash media personality, Dave Ramsey. I watched a lot of his videos uh, on YouTube and got inspired to live within my means, create a budget, stick to it so that I was saving money. I was tracking the money that I was spending, and in doing that, becoming aware of where I was spending my money and see if, oh my God, is it recording? Yes, it is. So see if what were the areas where I could cut back and save more. So Dave Ramsey was certainly my inspiration to save money. The second thing was what to do with that money that I save. So investments, and I think I was fortunate to discover J.L. Collins. He did a Google talk and it's on YouTube, wherein he's done all the research, he's done all the hard work, and he his research revealed that in the last 100 years, uh, the most return that anyone could get on their investment was on index funds. So that beats property. That property, I mean, housing, physical property, all the other assets that you can think of. It beats everything. A customized portfolio wherein a financial advisor is looking into it, and a mid cap fund or a blue chip fund, whatever. Compared to everything, it was an index fund that gave the best returns. And that was my strategy. I focused on saving money and I focused on investing money. Um, I had my own ideas. I tuned or fine tuned the plan according to my own needs. And I'm glad to say that I've made some progress. Not enough, but yes, I'm glad to say when I look back on the past year, I'm glad to say that I've made some progress, which is a good thing because for almost all my life I had never made any progress on my financial situation. So I'm glad that the wheels are turning and I'm moving towards my goal. Although I'm glad that I have got the ball rolling, I'm not satisfied with the pace. I want to be able to save more. I want to be able to invest more. I want to see things like the compound effect kick in and start giving me results. Maybe it's too early because it's just been a year, but I'm hoping that I can avail the benefits of compound effect and long-term saving and investments and planning. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied. So just in terms of sheer numbers, last year, December 25th, Christmas 2017, I made a commitment to earn 1 crore Indian rupees in the next 10 years. And at that time, I had about 60,000 rupees in a mutual fund that was set up as, every month 10,000 rupees will be deducted from my bank account and will go towards that mutual fund. And at that time, six such payments had been made. So I started with 60,000 as an as whatever investments that I had at that time. So that payment plan towards this mutual fund has been continuing. So 60,000 plus 1,20,000 in the next 12 months from last year, December 25th till today. So 1,80,000 rupees are there in that mutual fund as an SIP, systematic investment plan, wherein 10,000 from my bank account every month it goes towards this mutual fund investment. So this mutual fund is making me a loss of about 10,000 rupees currently, which I think is fine, because I hope that in the next few months and few years it will not only make up for the loss but certainly give me a lot of profits, huge margins, I hope. So this will continue. The way I've set it up is for next 20 years. I'm 38 right now, so by the time I retire I should have, let's suppose it just breaks even, does not give me any profit or loss, I will have about 24 lakh rupees when I retire, just from this mutual fund, the payment plan, the systematic investment plan that I have set up and I have going. After having paid this 10,000 rupees towards this mutual fund, I still had some cash that I was able to save. And what I did was, I tried to save as much as I could so that I could, go and buy these index funds that J.L. Collins talked about. Of course, he was talking about his own experience, and he's an American. Being in US, he has different options, and I have different options being here in India. But the concept holds, and I set up a trading account with my bank and started buying these index funds. So every month, apart from this 10,000 going towards the mutual fund, I was saving about 25,000, 30,000, sometimes 20,000, on average 25,000, and I would accumulate it to become 1 lakh. And once I had 1 lakh, I bought 100 units of a particular index fund that is pretty okay. For the convenience sake, I bought units of that index fund. So I did that twice, and let's say 2,20,000. So once it cost me about 1,05,000, and the next time that I bought it was 100 units, was 1,15,000. So overall 2,20,000. So 2,20,000 in this index fund, and 1,20,000 1,80,000 in uh, the mutual fund, the SIP, the payment plan that I've set up. So that comes to about 4 lakhs. Uh, and 1 lakh of savings, liquid cash in my bank account. So 5 lakhs is where I sit on today. So this 1 lakh as liquid cash. This is kind of an emergency fund that I'll just maintain. Last year I had to keep saving a little to get to that 1 lakh of emergency fund. This year I won't do that because it's already there, and I don't want to increase my emergency fund. So I hope I'll be able to contribute more towards the index fund, because the SIP is the way it is, right? So, looking back on the last year, practically speaking, I started with nothing, and today, after 1 year, I have about 5 lakh Indian rupees, which I can rely on, which comes to about 7,000 US dollars. If you do the math, currently 1 US dollar is equal to 70 rupees. The cost of living, the inflation and everything, it's an okay sum, like if you were in US, you would be able to rely on the 7,000 US dollars for about maybe 2 months if you lived really frugally. And in India, if you lived really frugally, this US $7,000, 5 lakh Indian rupees, you'll be able to live on it for 6 months. Not having a job, nothing else. So overall, I've done the math. I realize where I am, and if I continue to live within my means, more or less a minimalist lifestyle, I will be able to quit my job in the next 10 years and live independently, at least financially independent. So that's pretty much it, yeah. Strictly going by the math, 5 lakh is not enough. The compound effect has not kicked in yet. With hoping for the compound effect and returns from my investments, I should be saving at least 7 lakhs or 8 lakhs a year, and I'm falling short by about 2 or 3 lakhs, which is a cause of worry, but I'm hoping because I'm also working, and a lot of I'm really focused on my job. I work hard to ensure that I'm not only just taking care of my responsibilities, but I'm making progress in my career so that I have better prospects, can earn more, look for promotions, better job offers. So I'm hoping that in the next couple of years, I'll be able to get a better job, a better paying job, and I will make up for the shortfall for this year and probably add more so that I achieve my target before this 10 years of timelines that I have targeted upon. So overall, that's where I am. I'm very happy that I've made some progress. It's not up to the mark, but I have this mindset. If I had not, so my mindset or the way I think about it is, even though I've fallen short of my mark, I made some progress, right? And had I not started with this project, I would have made no progress at all. So let's suppose it takes me more than 10 years, but then I will eventually reach my target of financial independence, right? Uh, and I think that's the key to realize that a noble goal must be pursued, even though there is a danger of falling short. Why? Because everyone knows when you aim for the moon, at least you fall on the stars, and that's what's happening here. But if you don't aim at all, you stay where you are. So I'm very happy that I made this progress. I think right now it's okay that I'm falling short by a little, knowing that I'll be able to earn more and save more in the next few years. I know that I will. I mean, I'm pretty confident that I'll achieve my target. Yeah. So why am I saying this? Is because I feel that my plan is solid, and that I should, by all means, continue with what I'm doing. So it's kind of a validation of what I've been doing, a validation of these geniuses like J.L. Collins and Dave Ramsey. The last thing, or an important thing that I want to say is that as I started budgeting and tracking every penny, it did become a source of stress, and it took me some time to realize that it was becoming a source of stress. It was becoming a stressful situation. Then I did, back off a little, relaxed a little, tried not to worry so much, tried not to track every penny and not worry about every penny. And when I did that, I realized that it wasn't like I was falling short by a whole lot, but I was happy that I was a little relaxed and not so anxious all the time. And I guess the plan being solid the way it is, there is room for highs and lows. I mean, but overall, I'll achieve my plan. And I think it's okay not to be paranoid about every penny and sticking to the budget and all, because the overall situation doesn't vary much. So because I am in a job where I'm able to exceed my expenditures, the amount of money that I earn exceeds my expenditures, I mean, that has never been the case, and now because it's the case is because I because of which I am able to now save money. So I am trying to focus on the bigger picture instead of focusing on saving every penny, not have that coffee, don't have that diet coke, whatever. Instead of thinking all about um, saving these little amounts from here and there and everywhere, I'm thinking about how to earn more, and you know. Uh, in in trying to do that, I started my YouTube channel wherein I go and review the books that I read. I have a passion for reading classics, British literature. I have started reading self-help books as well. So when I read them, I go on YouTube and give a review. I guess the compound effect is yet to kick in on that YouTube endeavor as well. Uh, I hope I'll see some progress towards that end as well. And I also started writing my book, but then again, although I made some substantial progress, I was never writing, but this year I did. There's still some way to go. It will probably take this year to complete the book, and then I'll go look for publishers and see what I can do to publish that book and see if I can supplement and complement my earnings basis the book that I am writing, and hopefully my YouTube channel starts earning a little for me. So overall, I'm very happy that with my job, my current job as an HR professional, I'm saving some money, I'm making some progress. I can hope to do better. If I get a better job offer, I switch to another organization, they give me a better salary and a better position, a better role, and I'm certainly focused on that. Like, that's my top priority. And when I get time, I work on my YouTube channel, reviewing books that I love to read, and I write when I can. The whole thing has been a little stressful. And in spite of that, I'm aware of the stress, and at the same time, I have this sense of accomplishment. Essentially, I'm a nobody. Like, I have extremely humble beginnings. I can say that or my family, and we've been financially poor. I I'm from poor background, and starting from a financially poor background, I am working my way towards financial independence. I think that's pretty awesome. The impact of starting with a financially poor background is that I can't be lavish and extravagant in my ways. And I have adopted a minimalist lifestyle. Like, I don't spend on anything unless I really have to, and mostly it's about stress. When I'm really stressed out, I do spend a little on booze and smokes and whatnot, and it's been a stressful journey. But apart from that, nothing else. I give my give I contribute towards, like, I pay my parents. They're totally dependent on me. I pay them so that they can run the household and, you know, keep the food on the table. That's a big expense, but it has to be done. And I'm glad I'm doing it. I'm glad that I'm taking care of my responsibilities. So, so I was really gung ho and motivated when I started this project. When I set this target of achieving or earning 1 crore Indian rupees in the next 10 years. It's been 1 year, and I'm happy that I made some progress, but I'm a little worried that maybe it's not enough. And even though I'm worried, I'm gonna continue on this journey, and I hope I will be able to make improvements and do better. So next year, 2019, I hope to get this better job offer where I'm earning a lot more. I hope to accomplish a few more things, like establish my YouTube channel as a go-to channel for everyone to go and see what book reviews are out there, and complete writing my book and then get it published. So 3 things: get a better job, a better paying job, establish my YouTube channel, and write my book and get it published. Apart from that, save more, invest more. And I guess when I look back at it, what I realized and was hoping for when I started this journey last year, I think it still holds. That if nothing else, I will look back on these videos and I'll think of it as good fun, and I'll laugh and enjoy myself that I did something, I endeavored to achieve something, and seeing the progress. I think it'll be good fun. Lastly, I just want to thank God for all His support, His blessings, and I continue to seek divine blessings, hoping to make more progress. I think I'm gonna do this on a monthly basis, make this video on a monthly basis to see if I can track my progress every month. But certainly I will be doing this every year around Christmas, New Year's, to track my year-on-year progress. So until next time, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.